call will be monitored and recorded for customer assistance, collection, or complaint procedures, or to block future calls. Dial 1-8. Thank you for using Global Link.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? How's everything?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. God is good all the time. How's your day going so far?
It's all right. I just got some plans for space.
Okay, all right. So I want to thank you for coming to my show.
Okay.
And you know what it's all about. It's about you getting to tell your side of the story that people don't know, that they only hear the negative as far as like in the newspaper. They don't know what really happened, your version of your story.
Right.
Right. So can you tell everybody what your name is, please?
My name is Marianda Katelyn Gray.
Okay, where you from exactly?
I was born in Washington State, but I'm from Fayetteville.
Okay, that's North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So how was life growing up as a young girl in North Carolina?
It's crazy, honestly, but it was cool. It was fun.
So what did you grew up with? You got a bunch of siblings in your family?
I got like 6 brothers and sisters. 3 and 3.
Okay, so you got a big family.
Yeah.
Are you guys close?
Sort of, kind of. My mom died, and after my mom died, everybody sort of kind of like separated.
Yeah, that's how it happens most of the time. So how was life growing up with you, coming up as a young girl?
It was hard, I could say, but it was cool, I guess.
So what did you do coming up? You playing sports? For school you went to, stuff like that?
I went to Pine Forest High School. I went to a couple of, I wasn't really into sports like that. I was more of a book reader.
Okay, so you're more into the books?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bookworm.
You had any hobbies or anything like that?
Not really. I'm pretty much a boring person besides, like, my life after I grew up a little bit.
Okay, that's cool. So at what age did you start getting into, like, trouble?
Probably around 18, 19.
Okay, so walk me through it.
After I graduated high school.
Okay, after you graduated high school. So what happened after that when you graduated?
Well, my mom died, and I started prostituting, and it went from there.
Okay, you started prostituting.
Because when I was younger, when I was younger, my mom sold me for drugs, and basically after she sold me for drugs, a lot of crazy stuff happened, and I basically found out about the life, and so I decided to start that. I got a pimp, and just everything went crazy.
So you said your mother sold you for drugs. How did that happen?
Yeah. It was just crazy. I was young at the time. I was probably like 13, 14, and yeah.
Wow.
She sold me from the drug dealer. Yeah, okay. Wow. I still love her though.
Right. So did the drug dealer rape you, or you gave it to you? How did it happen?
He didn't rape me. I mean, I had to just give it to him, I guess you could say. Like, it sort of just him coming into my room, and what happened happened.
Wow. That's a terrible experience. So how did you feel when that first happened to you as a kid?
Like, shit. I tried to talk to my mom about it, and she was oblivious to it. She didn't want to talk about it. She was just like, he's not doing that, and this crazy shit. And I was just like, wow, okay. So he's leaving your room to come to my room. No wonder what he's doing.
So he was having sex with you and your mom?
I don't know if he was having sex with my mom, but...
Okay, was your mom on drugs?
Yeah.
Okay. So she needed the drugs, so she gave up her daughter, pretty much.
Pretty much.
All right. So you said after that you got into a prostitution. What happened?
Well, after my mom died, I met a pimp or whatever, and I just started traveling. I went up to Virginia, I went to New York, and I had a couple of pimps out there. And then I went to California, met my baby father. I got pregnant, and then I came to North Carolina after I got pregnant because me and my baby father got into a fight. And so after me and him got into a fight, when I got back to North Carolina, I couldn't get a job or anything, and so I started prostituting again after I had my daughter, and I met a pimp out here, and basically he kidnapped some people and beat them up, and since I was in the room, now I got to go to the feds over it.
So you say he kidnapped some people and beat them up?
Yeah, like they stole some money from him, so he kept them in the room. Like we was in a hotel room, and he brought them to the hotel room and started beating them up and just crazy shit.
Oh wow! And were you standing right there, or were you outside?
I was in the room.
And you didn't know he was going to do that?
No.
And where is he now? Is he locked up?
Yeah, he's locked up. His baby mother is the one, because he had me search the girls, and so that's how I became involved in it. And so now because I had to search the girls, now I got charged with first-degree kidnapping, conspiracy kidnapping. It was a whole list of stuff, and the feds dropped it to conspiracy and what else was it? And aiding and abetting kidnapping of a minor.
Wow.
I'm still going to court. Yeah, I'm still going to court for it. I don't know how long I'm going to get for it, but I'm still going to court for it.
Oh, so you didn't get sentenced yet?
No, not for the feds.
So how long have you been incarcerated so far?
Since 2019.
Okay. So you're still fighting the case. Are you going to trial or you going to trial?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to trial because I feel like there's no need, because at the end of the day, I did search the girls. He made me search the girls, so I'm going to have to, atone for my problems. I did search them, even though there was, it was either me getting my ass whooped or me searching them, and I chose to search them, so.
How many girls were there?
Shit. It was a couple, at least 4 or 5.
Wow. So why did he make him go to the room? What happened to cause that? He's a drug dealer also, and they were bagging up his drugs. But they were bagging up his drugs.
Yeah, those girls, he had brought them in her boyfriend.
And did they steal anything like that?
Yeah, they stole some money, and then he just went off. He was like, I can't believe you guys did this to me, because I guess he expected them to steal drugs, not money.
Wow. So is your boyfriend, is he a black dude or a white dude?
I don't have a boyfriend.
I mean, sorry, who's the guy? Who's the guy? Was he black or white guy?
Oh, the pimp? Yeah, the pimp. Yeah, he was black.
Was a black pimp? Okay. So,
yeah.
How did you guys get arrested? Did you get arrested separately? Did you get arrested together? How did it happen?
We got arrested separately. He got arrested first, and then he had his baby mama tell me, and that's what I read in my discovery at least. His baby mother, 2 days after he got arrested, his baby mother talked to her undercover, and she told them about me. Okay, and then they came and got you at home? Yeah, they came and got me at one of my friend's house.
Did they offer you a bail?
Because he got arrested in like, they offered me to go to a rehab, and when I went to a rehab, that's how I got in trouble with the state, is I went to the rehab, and I was on drugs too, so when I went to the rehab, I got back on drugs, and I was drinking liquor, and I ended up running around the rehab butt-ass naked, so they charged me indecent liberties and indecent exposure, and they made me sign up as a sex offender because there was underage women there, because it was like a battered home for shelter, like, how do I explain it, like rehab for battered women and trafficked women or whatever. So they sent me there, and I ran around the place butt-ass naked because I was on Xanax and I was drinking liquor, and I got charged with indecent liberties and sexual battery. And I had to sign up as a sex offender, and since I didn't sign up as a sex offender, because I feel like I'm not a sex offender, they decided to send me to prison.
Oh, wow. So you had a chance to go to the rehab and get around the case, and you messed it up, pretty much.
Yep, pretty much, exactly.
So how much time are they trying to give you?
Because I've never been in trouble before in my life.
Oh, you never been in trouble?
For the state, I only have to do until December. Actually, I have to finish here. But for the feds, they're talking about 17 years. But my lawyer was like, she's trying to get it lowered because it's human trafficking, drugs, kidnapping, a lot of bullshit.
17 years for that. Wow. So, question: if you would have went to the drug program, you wouldn't have got 17 years, correct?
Honestly, I don't know, because that was just something to get me out of prison, I guess. I don't know. I was hoping.
Oh, wow.
Because I still had to go to court, even though I was in the drug program.
Uh-huh. All right, so are you, I guess that's your co-defendant, the pimp guy, right?
Yeah.
How much time they trying to give him?
I have no clue, honestly.
Oh, you don't talk to him at all?
Yeah, no. I don't talk to him at all.
I got you. So how did your family feel about you being locked up?
They're devastated because, like, my stepfather, he's just like, he doesn't know what to do. I have a little girl. She's in California with her father now because of all of this. Basically, that's just about it. My brothers and sisters, I don't really like putting my burdens on them. You know what I mean? Like, this is my problem, not theirs.
So the girls that y'all kidnapped, I guess they're going to testify against you, huh?
Oh, yeah, probably if I go to trial.
Okay. Did any of them get hurt?
He beat up one of the girls, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did he use a weapon, or he just beat him over the hand?
Both.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I guess you guys he's your co-defendant, but y'all don't have the same charge, do you?
No, he has more charges than me.
Okay. So they didn't offer him no drug program, correct?
Because I've only known him.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
After Thanksgiving, and he got locked. I met him like 2 days after Thanksgiving, or 2 days before Thanksgiving, and he got locked up in January 17th, and then I got locked up February 19th. So
can you call me back so we can finish?
I don't knew him for a couple months.
Can you call me right back so we can finish?
Yeah, I can call you back.
All right, call me back. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll call you back right.
Anson Correctional Center. This call will be monitored and recorded for customer assistance. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay.
So let's finish where you were left off at.
Okay.
So what were you saying from when you got off the phone?
Oh, basically, I only knew him for a couple of months.
And how did you guys meet?
And then he got arrested. Through a mutual friend of mine. Through one of my homegirls, she introduced me to him.
Okay. Did you feel you needed a pimp, or could you have done it by yourself?
Well, I didn't need a pimp because I was already doing it on my own. But the thing is that my house was coming. Like, I think it was Matthew that had just came through, and I lived right there by the Cape Fear River, and my trailer was just all fucked up. And he was like, instead of saying, here, you can just send your daughter with your Nana, and you can come stay with me in a hotel. And I was like, well, that's true, because he was offering to pay for the hotels for a week or so. And I was like, you know what, all right, I'll go with you. And that's how it went. And then it started off as me paying for drugs, and then it went to him starting to pay me. But I needed the drugs more.
What kind of drugs were you using?
I was using crack and cocaine at first, and then when I got with him, I started using heroin. All
right, so you went from crack and cocaine to heroin. And
yeah.
So you've been locked up for like 2 years now.
Yeah, off and on.
Off and on?
Yeah, because when I first originally got locked up, they let me out to go to that rehab. And then I fucked up and they locked me up again.
Okay. So you think you got another shot at the rehab, or that's it?
They might. I think the feds might do it. I don't know yet. Me and my lawyer, we're trying to get something to do. Is it a probation? I just hope they do something for me. I don't know what they're going to do, honestly.
So why is it a federal crime? I don't get it.
Because it was in a hotel room, I guess. I don't know. And because I guess the feds were looking into him already. Like, I was only with him for a little bit, and I'm only in this situation is because I got with him and I was in that room. So I knew him, but I barely knew him. I was just to be honest, I was only with him for the drugs.
Okay. So it's a strong possibility the feds was already watching them, and then so when they came, they made it a federal crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that doesn't sound like a federal crime to me. I mean kidnapping, but kidnapping is not always federal. So.
Right.
So when the next time you go to court?
August 3rd.
August 3rd, and where you going for? To take a plea or to just, try to negotiate?
No, it's gonna be my sentencing hearing, and hopefully that's when they tell me how long I got. Because with the feds, it's kind of different from the state. They don't their pleas, it doesn't mean anything. Because I took a plea already and said that I was guilty, but they didn't give me a time. The judge has to give me the time of how long I'm going to be sentenced for.
Okay, so are you in a federal holding jail?
No, I'm in Raleigh, or no, not in Raleigh, but I'm in Anson right now. In Colton, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to court soon, and you find out how much time, what's going on, and stuff like that. How do you like your lawyer?
She's pretty cool. She's all right. She's trying to help me. She's looking into my background and stuff, trying to build a story to present the judge so everything can go smooth and he can see my side. Because right now, all they're seeing is a woman who forcefully searched some women and held people for her pimps to beat up, basically.
Right, and that's why it was important for you to come on my show so you could tell your side of the story of what really happened. Because they're not gonna put this type of information out there. All they want to do is paint the worst picture they can about you.
Right. Because when I got locked up, my bond was like $1,075,000. I had people coming to me talking about, you beat up people with a baseball bat and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I didn't do any of that. What are you guys talking about? Like, it was just crazy how they're picturing me.
Yep. You see, but now you got a voice. Now you getting a chance to tell your side of the story and what really happened. This is very important. It can be helpful for you.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. Did you explain to your lawyer, like you explained to me, how you grew up in an unstable home?
Yeah, I did, and that's the reason why they're trying to build a background on me so they can present it to the judge so he can see my side, because I have had a hard life and stuff and have made some wrong decisions, and just like I admit, like, I wish I didn't search them and I didn't do things that I did. At the end of the day, I had to search those women and I had to stand in front of the door or I was going to get my ass whipped. You know what I mean? It was like, it's either tit for tat. Either I'm getting shot in the back as I walk out that door or he's one or the other.
Right. Because even though you had a drug problem, it seems like if you didn't do what he told you to do, he was gonna hurt you pretty much.
Right.
At that time, it seemed like he was mad, he was angry, and he wanted some get back on the girls. And if you wouldn't have helped him, he probably would have flipped on you also.
Exactly.
All right. So, what have you been doing since you've been incarcerated?
Nothing now. I'm trying to go to, whenever I go to the feds, I'm going to go for cosmetology because I don't have enough time left here in the state. But once I go to the feds, I'm going to try to go for cosmetology and get my cosmetology license because since I have to sign up as a registered sex offender, I can't get a normal job. So I'm probably going to have to start up my own business or something.
A sex offender? Why they call you a sex offender?
Because whenever I went to that rehab, I ran around the rehab butt ass naked, and there was underage women there and underage children.
Oh, wow.
And with me running into a room, I got remember I said I got indecent liberties and indecent exposure and sexual battery.
Wow. What kind of drug were you on that made you do that?
Because they caught it all on camera. I was on Xanax and liquor.
Wow. But you was hallucinating or something like that, huh?
I don't know what was going on in my mind, but all I know is that on camera, it shows me running around the rehab and just naked. Like, it shows me go to the bathroom and come out the bathroom, go to the bathroom dressed, and I came out the bathroom undressed. And this is like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just walking around the place butt ass naked. I ended up going into a room with her mom and her kid, and I climbed in the bed with the mom and the child and went to sleep, and the mom woke me up, and like the mom and the lady that worked at the facility woke me up and brought me back to my bed. When I woke up that morning, the police were there to arrest me because I touched the woman nakedly, and since I climbed in the bed with her and her child naked, I got indecent exposure, sexual battery, and indecent liberties.
Wow. That's a lot. So how did you feel when they told you that after you came down off that high?
But they dropped off. When I woke up, I was like, are you serious? And then when they showed me the camera footage, I was like, I can't, what can I say? I'm sorry. Other than I apologize, like, because I didn't touch anybody sexually. I didn't do anything, but I was laying down on a woman and her kid. And slept, which is crazy to me. But like I said, it's my fault because I decided to get drunk and get fucked up that night.
And what is Xanax? What is that exactly? I heard it before. What does it do?
What? Xanax? It's like a sleeping pill, or it's like for anxiety.
Okay. So you
but it gets you high.
You mix that up with alcohol. What kind of alcohol?
Tequila, Patron.
Wow. I know you was like, damn, what the hell did I just do?
Right. I was so pissed off at myself. You just don't even know.
So they went from you being in the drug program to want to give you 17 years.
Yeah, they went from me being in jail to them letting me go to a drug program instead of sitting in jail while I had to wait to court. They let me go to the drug program to go to court. From there, I got in trouble there with the state, and that's how I went to Moore County. So I was locked up in Cumberland County first, and then I got locked up in Moore County after that. For 2 different charges.
It seems like trouble keeps following you around, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. And it makes me mad, but it's like I know that I'm never going to get in trouble again. Fuck drugs. I'm glad that I'm sober now, though. I'm not going to lie.
How old are you now?
I'm 27.
Okay. So, I mean, God willing, you know, you get some of that time off you so you don't have to be in there a long time. But if they do, and when you do come out, are you going to use drugs again or are you going to leave it alone?
I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to try to start my own business.
Yeah, because it seems like if you wasn't on drugs, you would have never had none of those problems, you know?
Exactly.
So did your lawyer say maybe be a chance they can get you into another rehab? Because what it sounds like to me, prison's not going to change it, but the drug program might change it, though, you know?
Right. But I have no clue, though, honestly. We'll see how that goes. I said I have no clue. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but who?
It's all about, I said I have no clue. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
I have no clue. I don't know. It all depends on what. Okay. It just depends on what the judge decides.
Yeah. But if you do get the time, hopefully not. I guess you can use it in a positive way and get some education and learn some trades and stuff like that. So when you do come out, you'll be able to get a job, you know?
Right. Right.
Has your family come to visit you since you've been in there?
No, not really. My mom is dead, my father's remarried, and my daughter is all the way in California.
How old is your daughter?
I talk to them on the phone, that's just about it. She's 5.
Okay, she's with her dad?
Yeah, she's with her father.
Okay. So you say you talk to her all the time?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Or you can
You
call.
have 60 seconds remaining.
Oh, California. That's right. That's right. But I want to thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah, she's in California.
I want to thank you for sharing your story with us. And
Thank you.
It was a good opportunity to let you tell your side of the story. Can you give me a follow-up call on Tuesday?
Sure. What time?
Give me a follow-up call like 3 p.m. if you can, 3 or 4 p.m.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Talk to you on Tuesday.
All right, 3 or 4 p.m. Have a good day and great talking to you.